What's up, everybody? Today was the Call of Duty Next event, so we got information on Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, COD Mobile, and most importantly, Warzone or 2 or Warzone 2.0, as they wouldn't stop calling it. Nobody's going to call it that. I'll link down and below my video going over all the new information on how Warzone 2 is going to be played. But this is going to be the video going over the new map. Big note here is the points of interest are all going to be ground war maps for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So this doesn't drop till November 16th. Multiplayer, it drops on October 28th. Modern Warfare 2, that is. So play ground war where you're leveling up guns. Get used to the POIs, because then you'll have a leg up on people who didn't do that when Warzone 2 drops. Like I said, the big thing here is it drops November 16th. Modern Warfare 2 drops October 28th. So it gives you plenty of time to level up guns. Even though there's no custom loadouts anymore, you can buy your customized gun from buy stations. But if you want more details on all that, like I said, check out the video, link down below, going over the gameplay information. And as usual, I'll link this down below. So I'm not going to read out everything. But if you want to check this stuff out on your own, feel free. Like I said, it's linked down below. We're just going to go over map. So it's located in Western Asia, the Republic of Adal. So it'll be, Middle Eastern map, as you can see. West Asia, Middle East, same thing. And so we're in a desert map. One of the POIs here is going to be Oasis. Another one is this Tarak village. You can see some of the buildings. It's like very clearly a Modern Warfare product. Trees, hopefully these trees are wide enough for cover. Same with these pillars. I like the interesting details here of how there's like a basketball yard here. This is maybe a school or something. It says a united offensive reduced once peaceful village to mere rust and rubble. The tight confines of these areas make it conducive to small squad combat, especially duels. Then you have Rohan Oil. Kind of reminds me of Factory a little bit. That was next to Superstore in Verdansk. Like I said, especially with these like Modern Warfare looking buildings and color schemes. Of course, they bring back the cell phone antennas. It'll be interesting to see what the verticality in this area is, especially like getting to the top of these tankers. Plus, there's a lot of buildings for combat. Let's see. So then you have Quarry, which if you played Modern Warfare 2, you definitely know this map, and so you should know this POI like almost by heart if you played that game a lot. Classic map. People always loved this map, so it'll be interesting to check this out. Al Mazrah City. Tall buildings just give me PTSD flashbacks from downtown. Anytime you see many POIs, it'll be interesting to see the ways up to the roof. I haven't noticed jump balloons in the stream as I've been watching, so hopefully they add those at some point. But I haven't been noticing the redeploy balloons. You can see a zip line up here getting to the top of this building, but hopefully it's not like Verdansk where there's like one zip line and one staircase, and people can just sit on top of roofs. Then we look at hydroelectric. Here's water, which you'll be able to swim in, take boats in. Like I said, I touched more on that in the Warzone 2 overview video. You can see another tower here, some tall buildings back here. The bridge over here, so obviously people will be able to swim under this bridge now. It'll be interesting to get into some fights with people on the bridge versus like when you're in the water, because you can shoot and stuff in the water. Then we have marshlands. This building kind of reminds me of TV station. More water that you'll be able to swim in. Thank God you won't die as soon as you touch water, because there is a lot of it. Caves or Satik caves. This kind of reminds me of Fortune's Keep with the little shack here and being able to go under these different caves. A deep network of underground hideouts, so you will be able to go like underground, where a plane once crashed built on the mountainside. Elsewhere, a tall communications tower and small collection of homes span back towards the quarry. It's interesting how like they give some like decent details, like how this says underground, homes that extend back towards quarry. On some POIs and other POIs, they just give like a brief like lore description. Observation, when you look at the map, is the POI that worries me the most. When you go back all the way up to the map, because you can see observatory up here is like they've clearly made it darker brown to show that there's elevation here. And it's kind of in the middle of the map, so it's not going to be as big a peak or affect the map as much as peak. But when you go to rotate past it, it's going to be like reminiscent of peak and Caldera. So I'm hoping it's not as treacherous to climb and there's some better rock climbing. But I am a little bit worried about observatory. Al Sharim Pass. This is something else that kind of reminds me of peak, and You know, rotating through here is going to be brutal if these people up in these buildings, or if you can get up in this tower, that's going to be kind of brutal. Then we look at Akdar Village. I can't remember the name of the map from Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, but it's this. If you played those games, you'll definitely recognize this map. One of the things that worries me here is you can see ladder entrances up these towers. It looks like out to this side over here, there'll be some verticality where you can actually see down onto these towers, which is good because otherwise you're going to have that situation where it's like one way up. And unless you have like a precision or a cluster or some kind of kill streak, there's no way you're going to be able to knock people off. So it's good to have some verticality next to them. And then we have Said City. This is inside of the mall that's in that area. One of my big worries here is that it's very dark in here, and if we get like a rose skin again, we could have some visibility issues. And that wasn't an Infinity Ward thing. So we'll have to see how that goes. And so the area also contains a medieval themed carnival and a minor league football stadium. It'll be interesting to see how that stadium plays compared to like old stadium. Then we have Port. Port's kind of reminiscent of some areas on Caldera, while also kind of looking like some oil drums in Verdansk. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays with these buildings, people up on top of these or oil storage containers, but there's not too much verticality here. And if you're on these roofs, you got to worry about teams up on this hill. Once again, you can see more cell towers in the back, which I hate those things, even though they're super nostalgic from when people were just learning Warzone. And you can see back here what I'm kind of talking about with Observatory in the background of Sawa Village, that I'm worried about if you got to rotate past this. It looks like a less tall peak, but still problematic like Peak is. In this Sawa Village, you can see there's like apartment buildings. I'm sure you'll be able to go up the stairs inside, and there'll probably be like one or two apartments. Like you can see the brown door here, which is usually a door you can go through. So you'll probably be able to get on these top balconies as well. And then we have Cemetery. Cemetery looks like an area you want to rotate through but not hang out in, because it doesn't look like you're going to get a whole lot of cover behind these graves, just like so many other cemeteries in Warzone, while also having two-story buildings that are overlooking it. People, if they jump on the wall, will be able to see over them. And then, of course, up on Observatory, if you're like sniping, you can see down into there. Hopefully nothing's like wall bangable. Like hopefully these headstones, they just make them not wall bangable. They probably will be because they're thin, but we'll have to see how that goes. Sharif Bay, I think there's going to be a lot of swimming in this area of the map here. You can see Sharif Bay is a little bit like a peninsula here, and there's a lot of water around, so you'll be able to rotate from like this dock over to this peninsula here, and over to this little island here, and it's definitely going to be an area that's heavy with swimming. Al Bagra Fortress kind of is reminiscent of like Keep, like a smaller keep from Fortune's Keep, it looks like. With a lot of verticality. Hopefully these towers aren't just one ladder, because there's no verticality like those other towers I pointed out where you can see into it, at least that we can see here. And so those could be really a problem, especially if the zone starts to close around here. And you can see like one zip line up here and then some stairs here, so it's going to be really easy to choke off these pathways, which they need redeploy balloons. Redeploy balloons are really big. Then Airport. So in the COD Next presentation, they showed inside of Airport, and it's like a copy and paste of the inside of Terminal from Modern Warfare 2. So people would definitely love that. That was definitely something I always loved. But what I'm worried about is this ATC. We have another ATC that looks like there's one zip line up, and then there's probably a staircase or like an elevator you can zip up inside, and it's gonna be like Verdansk all over again, and it's gonna be hell. So hopefully we do get jump balloons or redeploy balloons for stuff like this. And that's the details that they've given on the map so far. If you want to see more, I would highly suggest going back and watching VODs from COD Next, or by the time if you watch this, if those streams are still live, definitely check those out so you can see the map for yourself. The map looks like it has a lot of promise. The colors look pretty good. And these POIs are all really interesting. It'll be really interesting come November 18th when we actually get to play it, or October 28th if you're going to play Ground War. That'll be really interesting. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate people watching at all. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will be uploading videos as we get more details on Warzone. I'm going to upload some videos on Modern Warfare 2 as well as COD Mobile, Warzone Mobile. So definitely hit that notification bell, plus any other Warzone 1 content until we get Warzone 2. And please comment down below. Let me know what you think of these POIs. I know there wasn't a whole lot of detail in this, but you know, you get to see the still images. I hope I pointed out some useful things to you. Let me know what you think down below. And as usual, I will link this down below, as well as the gameplay or the Warzone 2 overview video that I uploaded with this. And also have my Twitch link down below. I'm streaming almost daily now, as well as TikTok and Instagram where I post almost daily. And my Twitter's linked down below as well. But once again, thank you for watching. I will see you on Mazrah on November 16th. Get frying. Have a good day.